Welcome back. Postseason baseball action made its way to Siouxland tonight. Gehlen Catholic played host to Siouxland Christian. The Jays come into this postseason game 19-5 with a trip to round 2 on the line. Early and often would be the name of the game as Gabe Wilkins slaps it to left field. That's going to bring in 2 runs right here, and that gives the Jays an early 2-0 lead over the Eagles. David Begnoch is up at the plate right here, and he sends it to right field, allowing Wilkins to cross third and make his way to home base, and that is a 3-0 lead for the Jays. Zane Weiland was on the mound for the Jays, but did well for himself on the plate too. He takes this sac fly right here, and that's going to allow Connor Kraft to tag up and trot home. 4-0 Jays lead. Dylan Pocas wants to get in on the action as he's going to drop this one between the outfielders, and that's going to bring in Ryan Augustin as he even hesitates there at third. Doesn't matter, he's going to make his way home, and the Jays would go on to win this one 15-0.